It's a busy time of the year, and that does not leave out Wall Street. Joining me to talk holiday trade is Jonathan Corpina. Jonathan, I first want to start out with this rebalance that is expected tonight. You alerted our viewers last week about this. It's while we know it's happening, it's kind of hush-hush. You know, they really try to keep all the info in-house. So what kind of stuff can you tell us about it?
I think this is something that's been on the calendar and that we've been, expecting and looking forward to. But since it falls, normally it's the fourth Thursday of November, and since that, obviously, the way the calendar falls is Thanksgiving, they shifted it to today. So not a lot of people watching that. And like you said, hush hush with the numbers. I'm seeing some pretty big numbers that are out there so far, but you really only get to tell once we get closer to the close. I have seen some activity yesterday leading up into this. We had a pretty decent sized close yesterday, so some of that pricing might be in already, but expect a lot of volume and certainly some volatility as we get in the last hour and a half of the day.
Which is great considering that's been pretty thin as of recent.
Yeah, and we'd like to see the volume, right? Volume means conviction, and even though it is a day where we're expecting it and it's planned, it gives portfolio managers opportunities to get in and out of larger positions without really making an impact on the stock. So I think these volume opportunities are here. We're going to have another one third week of December as we have another rebalance. So if you miss this one, you'll catch the next one. As far as the Russell is concerned, and we've spoken about this, that has lagged behind, and it's been waiting and waiting as all the other indices has moving. That really has stayed put. So now it's nice to see that these are kind of catching up the rear and trying to get in sync with the other indices. Still a little bit further behind. We're seeing some more, uptick today in the Russell, which is good. But I think it's just more of, the lagging sectors that are in there that feel that indice, and now they're just playing catch up.
Tell me about the VIX, right? That has been below 12. Do you think that there could be perhaps a stock split eventually in the VXX? I'm not even kidding at this point.
Yeah, some pretty significant moves that we've seen in the VIX, and I kind of like it because it's moving the way it's supposed to move, right? Our markets are moving higher and the VIX is coming down lower. We've seen many instances over the past 5 weeks where both indices moved higher and the VIX moved higher. So finally we have the train back on the tracks. What I don't like to see is how much it's moved, right? I mean, we've been watching the VIX trade 12.5 to 13. It gets above 13, pulls back, gets below, kind of gets a little bit of bounce there. We blew from 13 through 12 very quickly, which I don't think is very healthy, but is definitely showing us something that people are getting very complacent at this point with the market where it's at and what we expect for the end of the year. I think we've already seen the Santa rally begin. Historically, over time, the market does trend higher. Retail kind of helps that towards the end of the year. I think investors are feeling comfortable with where we are in China right now. I'm not really sure where we are, but wherever we are is making investors feel comfortable, and at least that's punted now till 2020, which is only 40 days away or whatever the numbers are. So, but at this point right now, I think investors are expecting not much to happen in the end of the year, and that's why we're seeing the markets trend higher quietly and the VIX pull down.
Well, the most important question of the day. All right, Jonathan, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? What's your main dish?
Thanksgiving home, Italian family. So pasta's going to be our main dish.
Oh my God. Can you invite us over?
Everybody's welcome. I'll tweet it out.